Hey, church leaders, welcome back to the 101 video about talking with camper parents. Now, I really probably don't even need to be filming this video because I know as a part of children's ministry, you're talking with parents every single day. But I did want to go ahead and film it because Connect as a whole has been doing a ton of research on parents because we interact with 10,000 or so parents each year. And so we want to make sure that we're providing them a remarkable experience at your church that is in line with what they're looking for. And as we've been doing research on parents, obviously, we've focused in on moms. Now, the dads out there, no disrespect, but it's no secret that in a lot of ways, whenever it comes to the children of the house, moms are the key decision makers on what the kids are going to be doing over the summer. And so a lot of our research focuses around moms. We've geared all of our communication to be targeted towards moms. It's about the mom. And whenever you win over the mom, then you have a better chance of getting more families at Connect Camps this upcoming summer. So some things to know. First of all, is that moms of this generation are millennials, which means they are very tech savvy. They are on the internet, they are on their mobile devices, they are on social media, all the things. And so whenever it comes to preparing for them to buy now or learn more about Connect Camps, you're going to want to make sure that all of the information is clear, quick, and easy. Now, we've done that for you in a lot of ways. You have a community-specific landing page that is very easy to use. It is a customizable per your community. You can even submit edits to our team if you want to change some of that information out. But it's there, and you just need to make sure you keep that link everywhere because it answers a ton of questions that we already know parents, specifically moms, are going to be asking. So because they're millennials, they're going to be clicking there, here and there and everywhere, and hopefully they're going to see a lot of Connect Camps on their socials. And so they're going to want to check out that landing page. So you need to make sure anything about Connect Camps is up to date and in brand on your church's website. If you don't have it on your website, that's okay because you just need to have the link to your community landing page, which is connectcamps.com/ then your community name. Okay. Also, whenever you think about millennials, we've seen, and you've probably felt, the rise of helicopter parents, which means they're just really concerned about the overall safety of their children. Now, we've taken that into consideration. We use the word safe a ton of times in our marketing. It's one of our remarkables whenever it comes to building a remarkable camp, and we make sure that we are very loud about the fact that Connect Camps is extremely safe. You've experienced that if you've been a host before, but I would not hesitate in sharing that with the parents in your ministry and even in your community that Connect Camps is safe. Safety is the number one priority at Connect Camps. And so I would say 50, 60, maybe even 70% of the churches that we partner with have moved to doing Connect Camps because parents are no longer sending their kids to overnight camps the same ways that they used to because safety is a priority. And so whenever you're sharing about Connect Camps, you want to be loud about the fact that Connect Camps is safe. We're going to keep your camper safe all day. They're going to have a name tag with a security code on it. They're going to be with the leader all day, constantly checking in on them. We get water every 7 to 12 minutes, depending on the heat index. All of those things are great things to talk about. And that will hit home with our parent because we know with the increase of helicopter parents that safety is something that they're looking for. Well, it's funny because they're definitely concerned about safety, but they also place a high value on providing like experiences for their kids rather than buying them things because they have a high emphasis on fun. And so those two things kind of don't overlap in the same way that you would expect them to, because they kind of feel like you either fun or you're safe, but at Connect Camps, fun and safety meet. And I would share that with your parents. This is a remarkable camp that your kids will actually want to go to. Parents of our camper aged students hear all the time, oh, I don't want to go to school. Oh, I don't want to go to daycare. Oh, that babysitter is boring. And we hear from parents that camp is actually something that the campers look forward to. Even whenever you're comparing it up against other camps, it's a breath of fresh air for the parents to know that the kid is actually having fun at Connect camps while they're also being safe. And so I would highlight the word safe and the word fun whenever you're talking about Connect camps. The third thing that I would highlight that's specific to parents in the millennial generation is they're all about this idea of good morals, and that's not new. It's just used to be like they wanted it to be faith-based, but now it's more good morals. To us as people in ministry, that's faith. That we're teaching them about the life of Jesus and how to make good decisions. But to someone who's not involved in church, they want to be around good people. And so we can assure them that we're going to be teaching them an upright lesson. And to us, internal language, like we're going to be sharing the gospel with them, which is like the best news ever. But to someone in the community, they can have confidence in the church and ministry, knowing that they're going to be able to trust whatever is being taught. So those are three things that parents are looking for in summer activities whenever they choose. They do have a lot of options, but none are as fun, as safe, or as morally based as Connect camps in your community. So you want to make sure you share that whenever you're talking about Connect camps. Another thing to keep in mind as you're communicating is that Connect camps fulfills a need. Like there's a large increase in the number of dual income families, which means there's two people working in the family. And so they're going to need to figure out something to do with their kids every single day of the summer. And so you can present Connect camps as a solution to that need. There's also a massive increase in single parent household, which is extremely sad. But this is a way you can come support those single parent households in your community is by giving them something because they don't have an option. They are working, whether it's a mom or a dad, they're working and they need their kids to have fun over the summer and be safe and be taken care of during the day. And so this is a way you can present a solution to them. But I would mention that as you're talking about Connect camps as well, it's from 8 to 5 or somewhere around in there, depending on your location. But it's all day. And so it checks off a major box that parents are looking for as well. Okay, so those are some really important highlights to hit on. But now, where do you communicate with the parents that are going to be registering their campers for camp? Like I said, the millennials are extremely tech savvy, which means they are on Facebook and Instagram. And so for your regular ministry, I highly, highly, highly recommend having a solid plan for Facebook and Instagram. We've given you a plan in those 16 campaigns that we've built for you. There is social media posts in every single one of them. And so all you have to do is use the graphic that we've provided and use the caption, customize it how you see best fit. And there you go. You've got it. That's your social media plan. If your church doesn't already have a presence on social media, it does take a while to build that. If that's something that you're an expert in, I'd say go for it. If not, I'd love to talk a little more with you about how Connect Ministries. We have a marketing firm now, and we would love to help support your team in starting your social medias, provide a strategy for you. We can give you the content for you to post, or we can run that communication for you. If you're interested in do that, just shoot me an email. My email is nate@connect-ministries.com. Just say, hey, Nate, I was watching one of your videos that you filmed by yourself in your office. And I would love to learn more about how we can use social media to help our ministry grow. And I can definitely help you do that. But one alternative, if you don't already have social media started, is you could go ahead and start a texting plan, a text communication plan. And that is probably even more effective than social media. Social media is very important. as you think about reaching new families, especially. But texting is extremely important in communicating to people who are already in your ministry and getting them even more involved. And so if your church does not utilize texting, that is a major opportunity for you, especially as you look at this generation of parents. Think of how many emails Target, TJ Maxx, American Eagle, these Publix, Kroger, these brands send. A parent's inbox is flooded. Of course, they're not going to see all the communication that we're sending them, because it's just there's too much. It's overload, and there's 7,000. I've seen my mom's inbox. There's 7,000 unread emails, and so texting and social media is a way to kind of complement that to get around the noise. So, those are some notes how we do communicate there. We've built you a text and email plan as well. And that pairs nicely with social media, but it takes all of them to be able to communicate to our target audience, which is in general moms. And then finally, the last thing to know is that this generation of parents, because they care about safety so highly, they're going to research more than any parent ever. Before, you would have parents probably 10, 15 years ago in church. Oh, yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, I'll get signed up. That does happen some, but not quite as much as it used to. And that's why we've taken so much time building a landing page that is several scrolls deep that provides tons and tons and tons of information. And so you have to provide opportunities for your parents to get to that landing page, whether that's texting them the link, whether that's putting it in the bio, whether that's linking it in an email. Your job as the marketing coordinator of the church host is to remind them of Connect Camps and give them the right next step of register now, get notified so that we can continue communicating to them. It's going to take 7 to, some are even saying now 15 touch points before someone takes us up on our call to action. And every single one of those touch point matters. Several of those touch points are going to be them researching us on our community landing pages. And so we have to provide opportunities and give them the space and time to do that research because they are more curious than ever. You've definitely seen an increase in the number of questions that you've gotten. We have felt that on our end as well, and we're staffed to be able to handle those that come to us. But be ready for that. Don't let it catch you off guard, because that is a trend that we are seeing across the country. So those are some things that we're learning here at Connect and some things that we're doing to help address those. If there's anything we can do to help, we definitely would love to help you, especially in the world of social media, email, and website development or graphic design through the Connect marketing firm. Just shoot me an email. Again, my email is nate@connect-ministries.com, and we can talk about some of those next steps there. But we're pulling for you guys as you communicate about this amazing, remarkable day camp experience that's coming to your community this summer. Bye, y'all.